Our first speaker, Professor Dr. Shiratai. Professor Shiratai once served as the Deputy Prime Minister during 2005 and 2006. Now he is the chairman of the Ancient Peace and the Reconciliation Council, member of the University of the Chiang Mai University, and also he's the board member of Boao Forum for Asia. Hi, Your Excellency. Can you see me?
Hi, Dr. Yuan, Professor Yuan. I can hear you and I can see you clearly.
Oh, you have very nice paintings, photos behind you.
Very good. Okay, thank you.
Okay, please give your insightful ideas for about the regional security, please.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, Professor Yuan Choi Tong. First of all, I would like to thank Tsinghua University for inviting me to this World Peace Forum special video conference. And I'd like to also take this opportunity to greet my friends or distinguished speakers who will be joining us. And I look forward to hearing you. I also would like to commend the organizer for timing forum on post-pandemic era China and today. As for Asia-Pacific security after COVID, I have the following observations. First of all, anti-globalization, trade war, technology war, and attempt for trade and technology decoupling, all of which started before COVID, will continue. Secondly, weak multilateralism and anti-multilateralism sentiment and actions by some powerful countries, which started before COVID-19, will continue. And thirdly, COVID-19, although COVID-19 has pushed away international cooperation, yet regional cooperation seems to get them. Although some countries decided to ban exports of PPE, to ban exports of surgical masks, to ban export of respiratory machines, countries in the region, especially in Asia, have set up funds to help each other. Thought of anti-globalization and trade and technology war, especially trade and technology decoupling, we have slowly witnessing fragmented globalization in trade, investment, and technology. Furthermore, multilateral cooperation at the United Nations system, be it the World Health Organization, the WTO, the World Trade Organization, the FAO, and whatnot, continues to face a setback. While regional organizations such as ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, the SAARC, the South Asia Association for Regional Cooperation, the AU, the African Union, or the OAS, Organization of Americans, has been and will further be reinvigorated. Between late March and May of 2020, this year, we've seen these regional organizations having ministerial and summit virtual meetings, resulted in setting up mechanisms to help each other cope with COVID-19. While regionalism has gained momentum, globalization fragmented, bilateralism weakened. We are faced with the US election, which is coming up in November. The United States strategy towards China, that is the competitive approach, is being implemented. Issues concerning South China, Hong Kong, Taiwan Straits, and Uyghur are spelled out in the new approach. This US factor will raise economic and security tension in the region. Cool War or new era of Cold War will be developed, not on ideological confrontation like in the past, but in the form of trade, investment, and technology decoupling, and political tension between the United States and China surrounding the issue of sovereignty. Accordingly, regionalism in Asia and Asia Plus should be strengthened. I'm talking about ASEAN. I'm talking about ASEAN plus 3, the work of ASEAN and South Korea and Japan. I'm talking about ASEAN Regional Forum, the ARF, where we have both North and South Koreas. We have US, China, and others who are members of the ASEAN Regional Forum. The East Asia Summit, where we have 10 countries in ASEAN. We have China, we have the United States, we have India, Japan, and South Korea. We have the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or the RCEP, and the important forum like the BOA, Forum for Asia, or the BFA. All of these regional organizations should be able to play a more important role for maintaining peace, dialogue, and fostering post-COVID-19 economic and cooperation. Regionalism will promote multilateral cooperation. Regionalism will maintain free and open economy, and regionalism will discourage unilateralism. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my view that ASEAN should initiate an ASEAN plus 4 forum. That is a combination of ASEAN plus 3, ASEAN plus China, Japan, and Republic of and ASEAN plus 1, that is ASEAN plus India. That should become ASEAN plus 4 and new regional architecture. The security and cooperation dialogue among ASEAN countries, China, Republic of Korea, and India, is indeed much needed for the peace and stability in Asia and cooperation after COVID-19. The regional architecture of ASEAN plus 4, to be hosted by ASEAN, should play an important role in maintaining for peace and security in Asia. Furthermore, regional dialogue in the area such as South China Sea is strengthened. Not only the anticipated conclusion in the future of the Code of Conduct in the South China Sea, or the COC, but regional cooperation in the South China Sea should be encouraged as well. Overlapping claims in the South China Sea should be depoliticized, leaving sea boundary delimitation to technical and legal experts. China and ASEAN should continue to explore areas where functional cooperation can take place, such as fostering the work of the Working Group on Environmental Protection and raising it to a ministerial level. The joint tourism management in the South China Sea, the joint fishery management, perhaps a joint development area of oil and gas, should be the center of discussion to promote cooperation in the South China Sea. Functional cooperation will turn conflict into cooperation, thus turning South China Sea to be the sea of peace, cooperation, which benefits all, both within and outside the region. Ladies and gentlemen, COVID-19 has brought the world attention to food and health security. Technology for food safety, adequate medical supplies, and medicine, including COVID-19 vaccine, available for all, will be the focus of the regional cooperation in Southeast and East Asia region. Accordingly, regional major powers should strengthen existing regional architecture to increase dialogue and cooperation in the area of food, health security, and economic recovery, and discourage unilateral action by extra-regional power. It is therefore my personal view that the world is moving toward multipolar, multi-issue world. The United States is still the world superpower, but not a single leader in all issues. Other powers, other regional groupings may lead in other issues such as food and health security. Excellencies, finally, while regionalization of multilateralism is the way forward for peace, security, and economic cooperation, multilateralization of regionalism, that is linking various regional organizations and the United Nations system together, will promote peace peaceful, cooperative, and interdependent globalism. China can play a constructive role in connecting the dots. That is cooperation among various regional organizations and between them and the UN system in order to bring multilateralism to a new life. For it is only the multilateralism that will lead all of us to that future of mankind. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Saziratai. And you're a strong supporter to the multilateralism. And Professor Saziratai and gave the very, very clear view about what's the best approach for dealing the situation and for stabilize the regional state. And he suggests that ASEAN plus 4, this is different from ASEAN. And that means take Indian into this group. So ASEAN plus 4 will be a new architecture for regional security. Even the South China Sea can be negotiated through the multilateral framework. And actually, from my understanding, Saziratai and also believe the world will moving toward the multipolar. And I think later on we will discuss about this. What way the world will move toward the multipolar and instead of the unipolar or bipolar. Okay,